he should be dead or in jail right now. And he's not, because of a lot of great people that want Mike to go on a different journey, to go on a different path.
Mike's neighborhood, Southwest Philadelphia, is one of the tougher neighborhoods.
I come from 52nd and Greenway. Growing up in the inner city, it's just, you're expected to see someone die every day. It could be a close friend. It could be, oh, somebody just OD'd from too many drugs. You see something different every day, but it gotta end with a death. You ask yourself, like, why was I put here?
Who is really telling him, get up, brush your teeth, here's breakfast, get to school, come home, let's do your homework? At an early age, not many, if at all, zero. He was really fending for himself.
Basketball was never a thought. This guy walked up to me like, hey, like, you ever played basketball? No, like what? Like, why are you speaking to me? So he was just like, well, you should try out, you're pretty big. Practice came. It was fun, but this is tiring, like running up and down the court all day, just like putting the ball in the basket. I can't see myself doing it. So I said, I'm gonna get one more shot, try it again. It's like, okay. You're building bonds with people that's just like, they're doing the same thing you're doing. You're building a brotherlyhood with people you don't even know, but come from the same background as you. And it's like, why not? And it could make a difference. It kept me focused, it kept me out the streets.
Early on, I would say as a high schooler, he was big, he's athletic, it's going to jump out at you right away. He was very raw, but he had everything that you would want in a big man.
I got my little scholarship from Penn State. They're like, yeah, you got a scholarship if you want it. I'm from the inner city. I'm thinking we talking about Penn, that's literally 5 minutes away from my house. I was like, okay, I could do that. It's down the street, you know? And Mike, I don't think we talking about the same college here. I'm like, what you mean? Penn, it's right there. He said, no, Penn State. That's when I started scratching my head like, sheesh, in the mountains? Me coming here, it was just like a culture shock.
When kids grow up in places like Mike's immediate neighborhood, you tend to become fearless. Like when you wake up in the morning and you walk out the house, you have to put like a coat of armor on. You're not going to chump me. And you view people, as potential adversaries. It's just the way you have to navigate your immediate surroundings. The transition from somewhere like Southwest Philly to a place like Happy Valley is just a huge transformation. And it's not only huge for Mike, but it's huge for the people at Penn State when they're encountering them, because they don't know that Mike's bringing all of this stuff with them. So you're going to have that adjustment period.
I love this place in a sense because like, it was hard to show love in a place like the inner city because love will get you killed in Philly. So you can't really trust people that say they love you. So it's like it was hard, and then coming here, you had to change that because the people that genuinely said they loved you, they really do, they really care about you. So Penn State just changed my life. Yes, I've done things, nobody's perfect, but nobody really know me or know who I am. They just see, oh, you brought another inner city troubled kid here that's causing problems.
Mike's not perfect. Like all of us, he makes some mistakes. Most of us don't have to make our mistakes with news cameras, with beat writers, looking for the big stories. And if the starting center on a Big Ten basketball team has an encounter with the police, that is news. And it's not a big deal back home, but in college, it can really land you in a lot of problems.
He has a minor incident downtown or another minor incident at a frat or a party. I'm gonna stand committed. I'm not condoning what he's doing is correct, but I am saying from my perspective, I need to save a life. In my heart of hearts, I do believe this kid wants to be saved. And I do believe that he wants not to go back to the street. We have to be loyal, we have to stand by him. We have to help him because we know if we don't, we believe the worst will happen.
You realize, okay, there's something's not right here. Mike has some issues. This is something on the behavioral side, the emotional side.
We knew there was something there the first year or so here. When you're with somebody every day, you notice there's a difference between one day and another.
You're just not aware on how much you're bottling up. It took me 3 years of college just to like, what is going on in my life? And it's like, it was a breaking point.
You wrote a letter and kind of exclaimed it to the world, bipolar disorder.
Guys from Philly, that's not something that anybody talks about. It's kind of like, from Philly, you're Philly tough, and that's it. Like, it's nothing else to it. But that's just not reality. A lot of people deal with mental health issues, and for Mike to step out and bring knowledge to the situation and letting people know that basketball players and athletes at that just go through personal problems and have mental health issues as well. Thought it was special.
I think it needs to be talked about. And the more we can talk about it, the more awareness we bring. I think the word vulnerability we use, I've talked to him about it. Be vulnerable. It's okay. It's okay to say, I need help. I don't have it all together.
I know for a fact right here in Philadelphia that Mike has had an impact and that there are guys who are now understanding that that's the brave thing to do. That's the tough thing to do.
We have a team of people, doctors and counselors and medication. We're all trying to help him and give him tools to be able to handle any situation.
To have that type of support, it was comforting, and it was like, I knew I had to make a change, but nobody changed overnight, so I just had to keep chipping at it, just keep working at it, and it gradually got better.
The fact that he's made it this far with a lot of love and care and great people surrounding him, and him knowing, he's made his mistakes. Mike is day to day. Most days he's really good, and then there's days where he's not his best version of himself because of his condition. But at least he could stop wearing all the masks, stop pretending to be somebody who's not, and just say, hey, I have some problems too. I'm not the Superman you all think I am. There's a lot of students on this campus struggling with mental illness. So the fact that they're looking at this kid who's on national television and he's able to come out, they're saying, you know what, if he can do it and be in front of millions of people, well, why can't I do it?